All praises to the Most High, Yahuah, and all praises to Yahusha, the one that lived for us, died to his flesh, died on the stake, and is resurrected currently, right now, and waiting for us to use the Ruach HaKodesh. Now, like I always do. Know what that was? Me quickening the Ruach HaKodesh, which y'all know is the Holy Spirit. Some of y'all. But the Ruach HaKodesh, which brings us into remembrance of all other Ruach to the source, Ruach Yahuah. Anyhow, Halo Quasi, back again with another one. I appreciate everybody comments. I appreciate everybody's insight. And I wanted to make, well, not wanted to, I definitely have to make a part 2 to this divine marriages, and what they represent, and why you should engage in marriage. Like I said in my last video, everybody talks about the downside, but no one's talking about how powerful marriages are when you complete them. By actually serving the Most High in the marriage. And if you're new to the channel, pull up, pull up, pull up. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Let's have a discussion. And if you're a regular here, hit that thumbs up. I got more coming. Now, I wasn't able to get to this video on my day off because, like I said, I'm still in practicing. So, you know, I did say Tuesday, but I was like, you know what? I didn't do it on Tuesday. I'm gonna go ahead and do this video because it's needed out here. It is needed. So, I want y'all to pay close attention to what I'm going to say about developing blessed, righteous marriages. Okay? Now remember, there's a reason that Satan or Hasatan and Lucifer want y'all single and miserable. It's a reason. There's a reason that he wants y'all to have chaos and confusion and to run away from each other. His kingdom can't afford togetherness. Remember, Satan's kingdom is division. In Satan's kingdom, it's divided. Anyhow, let me explain how to use your righteous marriage as a divine instrument for the Most High. Okay, how to use it. This is part 2, and this is the reward for marriage and commitment. Remember, I said in my last video, commitment to your spouse. Commitment to your spouse shows loyalty, shows the Most High how loyal you will be to him in the bad and the good. Okay? He rewards that. He definitely rewards it. And the moment you see it, you can't unsee it. Like, and not only that, when you are in practice of actually serving the land and serving each other, like the wife in servitude doing her due diligence to be an active participant and an active servant to her husband, what happens is, once the husband is feeling appreciated, it creates that man to be much stronger than you really realize. And not all men have this, but not all men experience this due to who they have discerned to get with. I don't care what man you get with as a woman, you as a woman, and I don't care how you see him at first. I don't know if y'all pay attention, but when y'all get with a man and he's like, he either flourishes or he withers. Okay? So, and this is why men have to be very careful with who they decide that they want to, create to be their helpmate. Because he's either going to wither or flourish. Y'all either gonna wither or flourish. And it goes both ways. But first, if the woman is withering from draining all the man's nutrients and resources, because this is what happens, all right? The exchange of energy, if it is not in consistent rotation, if it's not in the circle, if it's not give and give, if it's not in the circle, that means half the circle is complete. So that means that, let's say that she drains and retains, right? She drains resources and retains. As far as the man go, he withers from being misused, okay? Oh, and that's what happens. When a man is misused, he is withered. But when a man is appreciated or nurtured, he becomes stronger for the marriage. Now, if you have decided that you choose to serve the wrong man and you don't serve a man of righteousness, then of course, which is why I see a lot of women online saying that, oh, don't build no man, or don't do this for no man. Y'all really do want to meet men at the finish line. There's something that happens to a man when you uh get him at his lowest, and then you help him build, and that thing clicks in him. However, I wouldn't tell you to reward slothful behavior as a woman, because I'm talking to y'all right now as far as this marriage thing goes. Once you have effectively chosen a man that serves righteousness and the Most High and his creation, and y'all are on that level, if you find that man, if you find a man that is like that, okay, this is what happens. He instructs you to do certain things. You follow his instruction. If you follow his instructions without question, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have no issues. You're not going to have no problems. And he going to figure it out because you have trusted him and he is trusting the Most High. Okay? So you trust the man trusts the Most High. You give him what needs to be done for you, because the Most High is always giving him something to do. Even if it's through the woman, he's giving y'all something to do. Each task should be delegated properly. And to be honest, the man should be delegating the task based on skills and criteria. Now, like I said before, not everything has to, y'all behavior towards one another is what creates, y'all behavior towards one another is what creates the Most High to want to do more for your situation. But if he can't see that you're actively loving one another unconditionally, that meaning through the bad and the good, okay? Bad and good, because both parties come with bad and good. When he sees that y'all are effectively doing this, one, he's going to teach the husband, the one that follows him, how to use the Ruach HaKodesh. That's one. Matter of fact, before you get with him, 9 times out of 10, he has been effectively using the Ruach HaKodesh or the Holy Spirit, and it has been leading him for you to be attracted to him or see what is in him. Likewise, for a man to discern a God-fearing woman or wife, he sees those qualities as she sacrifices her time to cater to him. Okay? She sacrifices her time to cater to him selflessly, without question. And that's really us as men, when we see that sacrifice without question, it makes us want to do more for you. And by no means do we retract anything when we see that, like, especially if you're someone we want. It can't be a woman that, I'm gonna put it to you like this, because this is generally how men operate, all right? Now, it might be, if it ain't a woman that we genuinely wanted in the first place, we do just like y'all do us, which is we know we can get away with stuff, or 9 times out of 10, which is why I instruct men, go for what you want. Do not, if you are not attracted to that woman, but you just want to crash because she either looks good, but you're not attracted to her character or whatever the case may be, don't involve yourself. Get away from that situation, please. But because once again, I am talking about the blessings of marriage. These are the rewards for marriage. And the Most High rewards her seeing you. He rewards you by her seeing you as a leader. That's a man's reward. Her seeing you as a leader is the reward in itself. Her serving to do whatever it is that you ask her to do, regardless of how she feels, and she just does it, whether she wanted to or not. That's her trusting your judgment, regardless of how she feels. She doesn't mind you taking the wheel. And she's not giving you pushback. That's a genuine, solid, Now, like I said, be careful about, if a woman is attracted to you and decides to choose you to follow, but you don't want her in particular because you're not attracted to her in that way, or whatever the case may be. Don't hurt that woman. Leave her alone. Let her down easily and leave her alone. And even if she gets squeamish or mad, she probably needs to deal with rejection so she can get stronger approaching whoever it is that she's meant to be led by. But let her know. But in the situation, when we are married to y'all and y'all make us feel like we are that guy, we become that guy. It doesn't matter who you are. Like, especially if we see you as that, or if we see you like that, and we know you're depending on us, truly dependent on us, not in no fictitious way, or not in no way of, you're just trying to manipulate us so you can get something out of us, because y'all do that. I'm not talking about that. And man, if you see a woman doing you like that, you cut her off immediately, or, well, I would say reprimand her twice before you cut her off. Not even twice. You have your own count in your head. You have your own count in your head about how often you deal with that, okay? Never let her know how many times you're gonna put up with it. And just allow her to understand that, hey, I don't like this, and if this continues, this is and politely disengage and pull back your attention on what she did or the behavior. Now, that doesn't mean that that's your getaway, get off scot-free card. Scott, it's not your scot-free card. No, it is you're retracting your energy from the BS. Okay, that whatever it is that she decided to lead you into, that may have caused you some disharmony at the time. But when you women give us that push or that motivation that, hey, she really values me. Whether it be, sexually, whether it be mentally, emotionally, spiritually. When we see that you value that in us as a righteous man, we take that energy and the Most High adds on to that energy. But we take that energy and we give thanks to the Most High. And this is what happens. The Most High creates us to do the impossible. This is what happens. He creates us to do the impossible because we're doing it for something other than ourselves. I don't know if people ever noticed this, but when we do the impossible as just for ourselves, it's not as effective as when we're doing it for something else, for somebody else, for our children, for our wives, or for the Most High. When we see that and we are consistently patted on the back by either the Most High or by our family, by that appreciation, it creates us to be able to do even more impossible things, or things that people would consider impossible. Now, me, I've learned how to, I've learned how to allow the Most High to use this vessel, okay? I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like I said, not everything needs to be spoken about. However, wherever your impossible, whatever you see as impossible, just think of a person knowing how to do that times 10 with the motivation of his wife, okay? His helpmate, or somebody that values him, truly values. And I ain't talking about no crash out king. I'm not talking about that kind of impossible. Nah, you are able to do supernaturally impossible things that you would consider impossible, because I was able to when I was depended on. And I still am. Even when people depend on me, I'm still able, especially now for somebody else. Now, it's easier for me to do it for the Most High now because I understand how valuable the Most High finds me. But when He enters your marriage, He creates y'all to be able to do supernatural things in accordance to the skills and abilities that He have given you. However, they have to be nurtured, okay? And your relationship with the Most High has to be nurtured through your behavior in your marriages, okay? And nah, man, like I told y'all before, I'm not going to the word every time. But there are things that can make you look like a wizard. There are things that can make you look like a warlock or a witch, depending on, how people are perceiving your acts of miracles. The Most High creates acts of miracles through the husband, through the mother. Just think about how motivated a child is through the encouragement of his mother or her mother, through the encouragement of them. Men operate the exact same way as a husband to his wife. Because when y'all remember when y'all leave the mother and leave the father, a man leaves his mother and clings to his wife. A wife leaves her father and clings to her husband. That means y'all become each other's mother and father. Okay? And so, with that type of love, like, but it has to be considered that. I noticed that a lot of people don't consider it that because they're not blood related. And so, like, they'll say things like, blood is forever. So, why a wife or a girlfriend will come a dime a dozen, but, my mama forever, or vice versa with women and their situations as far as children go and stuff like that. Y'all don't actually be getting together and connecting with each other and actually considering each other family. Family. Like, this is me. This is my other half. When this person is hurting, I'm hurting. But then, when they just decide they want to do something disloyal, then it's or or if they decide they want to do something that doesn't fulfill your fancy or whatever the case may be, then y'all get to being disloyal or doing just dumb things, because I really want to say dumb shit. All right, excuse my language, but y'all will do some dumb shit and mess it up because of inconsistency. And that's not how it's supposed to go. The Most High does not respect that. He does not. And like I said before, you can't take me no one way or no other. You can't take me as no one way of an individual. However I get through to y'all, that's how I'm gonna get through to y'all. Sometimes it's gonna be harsh and sometimes it's gonna be light, but I gotta get through to you. Y'all concentration is supposed to be on the Most High, and in order for y'all to experience the supernatural of a marriage, the supernatural, the rewards, the blessings, all these things, they come with it. But there is a price of catering your time and concentration to one another. And yeah, I speak from observation. I speak from also some past experiences where I saw this and just didn't know what it was at the time. Matter of fact, I still have I still have memories of the things that I did that were supernatural, as opposed to me doing things and just nonchalantly doing it, if that makes sense. But the Most High put something in us to go above and beyond physical capabilities when we are protecting something. Okay, when we are protecting something, now he don't want you to be using divine abilities willy-nilly. So you don't use divine abilities willy-nilly. You just don't. You do, like, use it. You can use it in practical manners. I know because I've done it. But divine abilities, you can't when you're doing it for your personal stakes, it's not as effective as when you're doing it for the Most High, or when you're doing it for your community, protection of your community, or when you're doing it for the protection of your family. And your community becomes your family, especially if it's a righteous community. However, it has to display righteousness. And you, as the leader or a sole servant of the Most High Yahuah and Yahusha, if they have granted you abilities that are to protect those around you and from you, don't waste that. Don't waste it being selfish. Don't do it. Because the Most High will punish you. And he doesn't take lightly to, the things that, like he doesn't take lightly to you hurting his children or those that follow him. I know because somebody got hurt messing with me. And I still feel sorry because people don't understand, like, just because something happens that's in my favor that causes disharmony or harm to another doesn't mean that I'm a cheer or jump for joy. That's not what that means. That means that it's a cautionary tale for the next person. If you don't have righteous intention towards those that serve the Most High, you better leave them alone. I saw somebody post. I saw a man post something like that, and he was right. Find you something safe to do. Don't mess with the children of the Most High, true servants of the Most High. I ain't talking about arrogant, confident, cocky, those that claim to be servants of the Most High. No. Families that serve Yahuah truly, in private and in public, in private and in public, in private and in public, in public and in private. Those that truly serve seriously, leave them alone. Leave them alone. If you don't have righteous intention, you leave them people alone. Don't call yourself trying to be their girl or helpmate, especially if you are not all the way, fit for that title. And for you men that mess with righteous women, or you lead them wrong, don't find yourself messing with a child of the Most High seriously unless you're able to commit to them seriously, because he will punish you. He will hurt you. He will hurt your situation. He will allow Satan to attack your situation, but he will personally attack your situation. I know because I've seen it happen. All right? I'm not telling you nothing I haven't seen. And miraculous things, if a woman is truly serving her husband and that man is a servant of the Most High, you will see that man do truly miraculous things. And I'm not talking about just financial. I'm talking about spiritual. I'm talking about performing actual miracles. Like actual I didn't know my husband could do that. Or I didn't, and even with the wife, remember, the abilities of the husband can cross over into the wife. So, and depending on her love for her husband, that same thing happens. Oh, I did not know my wife could do that. And you will be amazed that the Most High had provided her with that power. Just like how a woman gets that strong for her children. Same thing. And the line goes on. That love, that emotional, positive, generational energy, especially in a righteous family. Righteous. A righteous marriage. Righteous. Those that serve Yahuah, those that serve their behavior. Genuinely, not fictitiously. Okay? Not the on the surface. Oh, it looked like. Nah. I'm talking about genuine. The Most High provides genuine supernatural abilities to those that actually practice. And I'm not talking about the sit down and pray prayer. No. I'm talking about once you figure reality out, once you learn how to figure reality out, and then you get with someone that's willing to make that search and that strive with you, and y'all actually start figuring reality out and seeing it for what it is, because I see, I aim to teach. And just like Yahuah, keep your circle small. He had 12 people. And that's all he needed in his circle. He said, I needed 12, and I might chop that down to 11 just because of Judas. But when you have a circle like that, private circle, but also a wife and a husband that genuinely serve the Most High, and she genuinely, is active, healthy, and he's genuinely active and healthy, and y'all genuinely passing those traits down to your children. When y'all genuinely passing those abilities to your children, because you pass these abilities to your children. A lot of the abilities I have was passed down but not nurtured correctly. And then, I was just violently, I would say violently, snapped into a maturation of my abilities. It was violently. It was traumatic and violently. And there's only one or two ways. There's genuine nurturing, and then there's the violent traumatic experience that wakes your body up to do what it was meant to do. The Most High chose the latter for me because he seen that I wasn't going to be nurtured correctly. He saw it. I didn't see it because I was too busy just wanting people to, love genuinely and genuinely work together and genuinely let's do things together. And I always had a community and growth mindset to begin with. But the Most High, I guess, saw me falling, and he provided. He snatched me out of it. Like he just disrupted and snatched everything even now, to the point to where now I have to, I don't woke up as something else. I'm not what I used to be. Matter of fact, even from my innocence to my uninnocence to my behavior out there to me just being snatched into maturation, all the way to where my abilities are just trying to kind of function on their own to where they're caught up to what I'm actually able to do, and I done seen something and started working things out, and now it's just like and everything's all happening at one time. If it's not nurtured correctly, that's how he wakes you. That's how he wakes you up. I pray that you don't have to go through that. I pray that you don't have people that you love and that love you but don't know how to love you. They might love you, but they might not know how to love you. They might know what they know is nurturing, but they don't know how to truly nurture, especially in the ways of the Most High. Most people don't. So it takes the Most High to allow you to go through something that snatches you into reassessing your existence. And then once you don't reassess your existence, once you understand the laws, once you understand the rules, once you actually read the word effectively, then something else happens to you and you become something totally different. Like I said, I'm in acceptance of the bad and the good of myself. Completion. I'm a complete individual. I have very nurturing qualities. I'm a very emotional individual, but I am also a very logical individual. I have both qualities of logic and emotion, and they're both extreme. And I also have an extreme perception, but also I have an extreme understanding when I am understanding. And so it's like the Most High have provided me something to actually produce, but now it's like you have to understand, and also you have to pull back to keep things on the low. You have to be low key when you actually start dealing with the supernatural. You have to be low key about it. And so it's like, like I said, there's stuff I can't, really, or don't really want to. I'm going to just tell you this: breathe. Learn how to breathe. Learn how to depend on the Most High Yahuah. Yahuah will guide you correctly. Learn how to use the Ruach HaKodesh correctly. Learn how to nurture Yahuah and your relationship with Yahuah correctly. Because now I'm going to come full circle back into marriage. When you nurture each other correctly, you become supernatural because it's not normal out here. Understand that it's not normal out here. You become supernatural when you start learning how to nurture each other correctly. And I'm not talking about the physical supernatural. I'm talking about supernatural, like the pillar of fire supernatural, the cast the mountain into the river supernatural, the speak to the tree and it wither away when it's not producing what it's supposed to do. I'm talking about supernatural healing. I'm talking about supernatural, like these are supernatural things that come alive in your vessel when you learn how to worship the Most High correctly. Especially when you have a family. And not everybody's going to be capable of the understanding, so you have to be that beacon of light for them to understand how to do it. Now, if you teach effectively, if you teach your wife effectively, and she actually understands you, and she knows that you have her best interest in mind, she will acquire the abilities through her understanding of you. And then the children, you nurture their abilities when you see them. When you see those abilities in them, start nurturing them. Don't allow people to have your seed. It can't be just no any old body. It truly has to be a follower of the Most High. Especially when you start generating or regenerating your physical vessel. And when your physical vessel becomes new, the Most High can grace you and your wife and your children. And you wives, He can grace you when you're nurturing that husband correctly. He can grace you to influence his supernatural abilities. Because y'all do, y'all influence our supernatural abilities. But if you're in a cultivated relationship, in a relationship of cultivation, that's what happens. And the Most High protects y'all. He protects you because He needs you. I can use them to lead this community. And He will use y'all to lead, because remember, you don't live for yourselves. Get out of your selfish behavior. You live for others. You live for others to witness the greatness of Yahuah and Yahusha, one, the creator of heavens and earth, and His salvation, His Son, the salvation of humanity. That's it in a nutshell about how powerful a marriage is when you're doing it properly. This is why Satan doesn't want you married. This is why Lucifer doesn't want you married. And this is why the propaganda is to talk about the negative situations or the negativity of marriage. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't. Because because I couldn't even give you no solid verse that would relate to how I'm explaining it. I just see it when I read it. I see, if we did this, and this would happen. And that's how I see it. But everybody's so busy trying to be individuals instead of actually becoming one with each other. You can't do that. Become one with each other. There is no separation. Like they said in the Matrix, but there is no spoon. Nah, it ain't. Chaos drama? There is no chaos. Chaos is not. And then once you start understanding how reality works and how your worship to the Most High works, I promise you, once again, your life will be supernatural. Don't take my word for it. You have to be in practice. But once you see the supernatural, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you understand it, you can't be blind anymore. And stop practicing these holidays because oh, these holidays are more dangerous than you really think or know. But that's another story. I'm just giving you my insight and revelation on how to complete a marriage and to make it exalt to Most High Yahuah and exalt Yahusha and exalt servitude, because servitude starts with each other. It doesn't start outside of the home. It starts in the home, and then servitude just, it gradually goes out. And depending on the strength of your faith is how quickly your reality follows. That's really how it goes. I saw that when I read the spiritual gifts, as far as the Holy Spirit, which is the Ruach HaKodesh. Once I understood the gifts, I was like, well, and they can be instantly, and instinctively used. But your awareness and your heart and emotions play a big part in it. Anyhow, man, it's all love. If y'all made it this far, I love you. And I want you, if you have any discrepancies, to hop in them comments. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. However, I do have more to talk about outside of the marriage and relationship thing. But I wanted to give y'all this because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. You're going to need it. Trust me. If you run into this video, you're going to need it. You're going to need what I'm telling you. Anyhow, man, it's all love, y'all. I'm going to check y'all out. And also, I know I didn't post a video Tuesday, so you feel me? I still had a video to create before the end of this week is up, so here it is. And this is part 2, the rewards for marriage. There are great rewards, but you have to understand. You have to understand why I'm telling you this, okay? Anyhow, it's all love, y'all. I'm gonna check you out.